Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good golly, Miss Molly. Welcome to another in my series of the Underlooked Songs. Songs I feel deserve a little more love and attention than they might be getting. Today, we're going to talk about the 1968 track Tout Casser by Johnny Hallyday. In 1968, French rocker Johnny Hallyday was one of the biggest stars in the world, especially in France and the Francophone world. Credited with bringing rock and roll to France, he was so popular there that in 2017, on his passing, 900,000 plus people lined the streets for his funeral in Paris, and 3 French presidents were among the mourners at the service. This never translated to success in the Anglophone world, where his name was known, but his music remained relatively overlooked. This didn't prevent him working with a number of English rock musicians over the years, including Peter Frampton and Humble Pie and the Small Faces. Indeed, mainstays of Johnny's band in the 1960s were guitarist Mick Jones and drummer Tommy Brown, who had a side gig under the name The State of Mickey and Tommy. Mick, of course, went on to fame and riches in the 1970s with a little band called Foreigner. Now, the subject of today's video, this song, Tout Casser, marked the significant contribution of another English great, Jimmy Page. So Johnny worked hard in the late 60s to update his sound to match current trends, and in 1968 recorded an album, Jeune Homme, forgive my French pronunciation, even though I have French relatives, which featured the single Tout Casser. The song was written by Hallyday, George Abert, and Tommy Brown, the aforementioned drummer, and produced by Mick Jones, Tommy Brown, and an American called Lee Hallyday, who was a longtime collaborator and an in-law of Johnny, to the extent he adopted the name Hallyday from his real name of Ketchum. Now, Jimmy Page, who had worked with Hallyday before, was drafted in to provide some guitar magic on the track. Page, still in the Yardbirds, but destined shortly to form Led Zeppelin, was, of course, a prolific session player through the 60s, appearing on a staggering number of very diverse records by a multitude of different artists. And the result on Tout Casser was one of the premier freak beat psychedelic rock tracks of the era, with strong proto-hard rock leanings. The track itself is reminiscent of Purple Haze, and you have Page providing some proto-Zeppelin recognizably hard rock riffs. It's very distinctively Page. You can hear his guitar throughout it quite strongly. His kind of wah-wah laden guitar break can't accurately be hardly called a solo, but it's totally appropriate to the psychedelic rock feel of the song. And you got to credit to Tommy Brown's fabulous drumming on this, which really propels this track along. It's a hard-driving and catchy song. Hallyday provides a very energetic shout vocal. It's kind of fun to imagine the what-if scenario of Hallyday being, if he had been a proficient singer in English, perhaps ending up in Led Zeppelin with Page. And history may well have been very different, but it's just such a great, fun, catchy track that pretty much, I think, if you listen to it, you'll hear what I mean, and you'll want to hear it again and again. It's something that deserves more listening to in the English-speaking world, certainly. It was also used as the title track of a Johnny Hallyday film of the same name, and it did reach number one as a single in France. So in my opinion, it deserves a place in anyone's library of the best songs of that era. So give it a listen, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and check out some of my other content. Let me know what you think of this track in the comments. But till next time, stay well and keep on rocking.